Welcome back to another City Times broadcast of men's basketball between the 9-3 City Knights and the 2-7 Grossmont Griffins. I am Joe Panek, and with me as always is Vince Outlaw doing color commentary. Today is the first conference game between the Knights and the Grossmont Griffins. Last year, the Knights were second in the conference. They went 14-2, much better than what the Griffins had done. They were 6-10 in 2023. And they played twice. The Knights beat them by an average score of 24.5 points, which does not bode well for the Griffins today. The last time, actually, that the Grossmont Griffins have beaten the SD City Knights was in 2015, in December 2015. They've lost every matchup, and they played twice a year since then outside of the COVID year. Knowing that they are a pretty heavy favorite, Vince, what do you see is possibly the most difficult aspect of, or who to look out for on the Griffins as the Knights come into this game?
Thanks, Joe. Great to be with you and all of our listeners today and viewers for another Knights game. Some of the things that on the Griffin squad that the Knights need to be looking out for is there's a super sub, it looks like, on the Griffins. Elijah Williams, number 4. He's played the most minutes of any player on Grossmont, yet has not started one game. And he also, he just is a very good player, 10 points a game. And so he's going to be someone that they need to watch out for. A couple other folks that our viewers should be looking at is number 5, Amari LaFleur. He's tied for top scorer with another player that we should be looking at, number 24 on the court, Brandon Tully. One other thing to look at is number 10, Tyrone Lester. He's their big rebounder. And Elijah Williams, also coming off the bench, is another one of their big rebounders. So that's kind of what they need to look for. Grossmont's going to need a big game from a lot of different players to overcome the Knights, who are now ranked number 4 in the state after last week's poll.
Wonderful. And and then with the Knights, who are we looking for today to make big impacts on their roster as well, starting this game?
Well, KJ Bradley, number 0, is the real guy to look at. He's the team leader in points. He, in the recent Grossmont tournament, was the most outstanding player. And then, and so he's the big one, 17 points a game, playing real well right now. Starting and playing in every game for the Knights. Other players, Alex Crawford, who we've seen before, and we've seen what happens when Crawford doesn't play. And so he's was on the Grossmont tourney that the Knights won. He was the He was on the all-tournament team. He's the leading rebounder at 6.5 a game, and he's actually number 7 in California. Overall in field goal percentage at 64. He's shooting blistering 64 from the field.
Wow.
50% from the three-point line also. So, right behind KJ Bradley as the second leading scorer with 13 points a game. So that's a little bit of a rundown on what we're going to be looking at tonight. And we'll fill you in during the game on some of the other news of the Knights, that Grossmont tourney, a few more details on that, that poll that came out last week and others. And so we're set for a really good game tonight. Should be fun.
All right, wonderful. The 2-7 Grossmont Griffins visiting the 9-3 City Knights. The City Knights' first home game since hosting the Knights Invitational, and they lost that difficult game to, what was it, West Valley at the time.
Yep.
But here we go. Let's see if they can turn it around. Obviously, they've been playing well since they've been away, winning the Grossmont tournament, and now it's time for them to hopefully win. Nice to meet you. Hopefully win another home game here and continue their great conference record that they had over last year and over many years, although have not won the conference since 2018.
I just got to say, Joe, it's kind of nice when the refs give us props when they come on the
It does feel good.
court. The
Feels
refs
good.
know that we're here, so hopefully they'll help us, and which means help you guys out there that are viewing with us. So
That's right.
Looking forward to it.
And if you're interested in more stories about the Knights or anything on campus, anything SD City College related, go to sdcitytimes.com and you can read articles about the sports teams and what's been going around the school and important news. Let's get ready for this tip-off.
Let's do it.
Here we go. Knights Griffins coming up next. All right, both teams are on the court and the ref is ready to do the tip-off. We have Metcalf going against Cubit, and the Knights win the tip-off. The Grossmont Griffins are giving up quite a bit of height, down probably about 4 or 5 inches on both forwards, having their tallest player be about 6'4".
And immediately trying to get it down into to Crawford to take advantage of that. I have a feeling that's we're going to see a lot of that.
Be difficult for rebounds, difficult for points underneath for the Griffins today. Outside to Crawford. Out to Bradley. Bradley covered by Sanchez. Running out of time here. Crawford's got to put the ball up, and it gets blocked, and that is going to be Griffin's ball. Height was not an issue there for Sanchez.
Good defensive stop for Grossmont to get the game going.
Diego Sanchez is going to bring up the ball for the Griffins, playing point guard today. Out to Metcalf, covered by Cubit. Tully takes the 3, bounces off the back iron, is no good. Crawford with the rebound, and Green is flying down the court for the slam jam on the fast break. Griffins wasting no time to move it back up the court, though.
That is something that the Griffins don't need, is turnovers.
Oh, and another steal on a pass. There goes another dunk from Kevin Moore on the fast break, and a backcourt steal from Bradley. Bradley's pushing up. Moore out to Green. Underneath, and it is lost. That is going to go to the Griffins. 4 quick points and 3 quick steals, huh?
3 quick steals, and that's going to be something that the Griffins are going to need to deal with, because this is going to get out of hand quickly if they turn the ball over this large team.
Sanchez trapped out to Tully. Tipped and out of bounds as the ball pass was intended for Tyrone Lester in the corner. Tipped by Kevin Moore. Tony Sanchez with the inbound to Diego Sanchez. Corner to Tully, another 3 from him, and it's off the front iron and rebound by Al Green. They're going to push the pace. It's worked so far. Bradley in the corner, back out to Green. Moore down to Crawford, back out to Moore. Going to set up an offense. Cubit's looking to get some position underneath. Bradley underneath the basket, kicks it out to Crawford on the open 3, and they're going to call.
Looks like a block.
A block. It's going to stay with the Knights. Bradley with the inbound. Wide open, Moore from the corner for 3, no good. Off a Cubit, rebounded by Crawford, and that's 3 scores, 3 field goals, 3 jams, but they lose Lester in the transition, and he gets a fast break. 6-2, Al Green with the ball.
That could be something that Grossmont could take advantage of if they can get the ball up quick and not allow the Knights to set up.
Moore with a wonderful drive to the basket and left hand right in. It's going to be 8-2, 4 points for Moore already, and some very active play from him as well. He had a tip out and...
Yep, 2 steals already, official score says, for the Knights. And the defensive rebounding, the Knights are up 2-1. It's early, but very high percentage shots from the for the Knights, getting 3 dunks out of 4 buckets.
Yeah, every time the Knights shot the ball, I believe they were either grabbing the rim or inches from it.
Yep.
And that is not what you want to see. Those are easy buckets, and they're pushing the pace. This game started off very fast.
very fast on both sides. Grossmont doesn't seem to be worry at all about giving it up, and I have a feeling that's one of their things they're going to try to do, to take advantage or to try to find some advantage in this game, because they're going to have to find some.
We have a press from the Knights. Sanchez takes it up. Going for the steals. Bradley is still doing it. Lester to Sanchez at the point. Diego Sanchez in the corner, covered by Moore, driving in, giving up about 9 inches. Oh, and it's stopped by Bradley. He had an open Metcalf underneath, but Bradley steals the ball. Hangs onto it, drives. Incredible handling. Out to Green, missed shot. Cubitt with the rebound. Tries to put it back up. No foul called, and finally he draws one.
I have a feeling the refs may be swallowing the whistle a little bit tonight down there. The advantage that the Knights have on height is pretty large.
Metcalf and Tolley are only coming in at about 6'3" and 6'4", with Cubitt, who was there, just getting his own rebound and going up with it again at 6'9". Got a serious height advantage. It's going to be a substitution from the Knights as well as from Grossmont. In comes Stratton as well as Kiwi Love for the Knights.
62% shooter from the foul line there, and Cubitt got both of them.
And we have now Bellamy coming in for Sanchez, and Malpass is also in, and LaFleur, Williams, and Edmond. An entire new setup for them. A steal there from Cubitt. Recovers or tipped away, didn't get the steal entirely. Bellamy driving in over to Edmond. He takes the mid-range, it gets blocked, and Cubitt gets the rebound. They're going to call a jump ball, and the ball is going to stay here with Grossmont.
Well, the Knights are really showing their defense against the smaller Grossmont.
Grossmont seems to be confused that about half the players didn't get the message. Edmond loses the inbound, and it's going to be Knights ball. That's the type of mistake you really don't want to see if you're the Griffins right now.
3 turnovers already for Grossmont.
Green is going to take it up here. Covered by Trey Edmond. Love with the 3, no good. Edmond with the rebound. And he's losing the ball again, and Stratton almost picks it up. It throws it, and it's found by Green, and there's Stratton with a dunk.
And the dunk fest continues.
It's a dunk party, and the Knights are loving it. Edmond across court to LaFleur. Draws the foul on Stratton.
Stratton's first foul.
Bound to Williams. Over to Bellamy with the layup, and he gets it.
Nice. Over the outstretched arm there.
Bradley's going to bring it up. Screen from Cubitt over to Green. Down underneath the Stratton, getting positioning. He's just bullying him around. Great post play. Going to continue to try to force turnovers from Grossmont with this press. Make it hard to inbound. Bellamy loses it, bounces off the back of Green. Another turnover, and the Knights the other way. He's got Love, and he takes it all the way by himself. Coast to coast from Green for the left-handed lay-in. And they try to push the pace. Griffins drive it all the way down. We have LaFleur from 3. Bounces around and is no good. A big fight for the rebounds. They're going to call an over the back on Grossmont.
I think Malpass got that one.
That's what it looked like. Love's going to inbound it to Green. Griffins are also going to push.
A little bit of full court press there.
Yeah, bit of pressure, just making it a little bit harder to inbound.
Yeah, just a little bit.
Goes Crawford making a move, and over Malpass. Inbound to Bellamy. Over to Williams. Grossmont setting something up. Bellamy's getting pushed, double teamed, trapped, and that's an over and back.
Good call, Joe.
Thank you. I saw it.
I think you had that one before the ref did. Right on our 50-yard line here.
Inbound from Love. Green setting it up. Let's see if they can continue this domination that's been going on for the first 6 minutes. 18-4. Got Stratton underneath. Getting positioning. Back out to Moore. 5 seconds on the shot clock. Back down to Crawford, and that's a dunk as well.
That was a monster dunk on that one. He
right over Malpass.
Right over him.
Yep.
With authority.
Bellamy tries to drive to the basket, loses the rebound. Knights bump into each other, but recover. Levy out to Green. Screen from Stratton. It's an off-ball foul there.
Stratton, I think, was the one that got called for that one. If so, that would be his second. And coach goes to his bench.
Stratton and Green come out. Bradley and Kambarov come in for the Knights. Looks like the Griffins are going with the same lineup. There's a screen, and they're going to call a travel on Bellamy.
Wow. Grossmont is, sure it's both ways. Good defense by the Knights, providing a lot of pressure, but then also just some miscues by Grossmont. 9 turnovers already for Grossmont at the 13-minute mark of the first half.
Love going for the alley-oop, and it is lost, but they still get the ball back. Crawford recovers it. That alley-oop to Moore would have been beautiful, but
we thought that last dunk was wild. That one was going to be even more.
Did not work out. Kambarov gets fouled from Gada. This game shot out of a cannon. The Knights shot out of a cannon.
They sure did. 9 for 14 already shooting. 64% the Knights versus 28% for
a 20-4 run, and Bradley to Kambarov for an easy basket off the backboard.
I'm not sure I know where the Grossmont defense was on that inbound play. He went straight to the bucket.
Diego Sanchez with the ball. Drives into the basket. He finds some space, but the help comes and pushes him away. It's Kambarov bringing the ball up. Is he going to drive right to the basket? Going to take it back out. Looking for more at the back to Kambarov from the corner. Off the right iron and out, and that's going to be a rebound for the Griffins. Tyrone Lester gets that over the much larger, and that's a steal from Bradley. Reads it perfectly. Takes the charge. I don't know about that. That looked
that sure looked like almost any other play where the player going to the bucket takes contact and finishes. I don't think he really initiated that contact. He was going to the hole.
And it was right under the basket as well.
Yeah.
But I guess Grossmont ball. Sanchez weaving between and just loses the ball out the corner. The length of the Knights is being underestimated, I would say.
Yeah, they on this one. So they've got they have Gaddah in. They're 6'9", their tallest guy, number 25, tallest player, I should say, for Grossmont is in, and we're going to see what he can do. Gaddah from Tripoli, Libya.
Green over to Moore. Back to Green to Love. Open three, takes it off the front iron. Rebound from Love. Back out to Green, back out to Moore. He's got space. Down to Cubitt. He's getting positioning, but it looks like they're going to call a foul on Grossmont here. That was on, looks to be McDonald. Cubitt's going to inbound to Love. Over to Moore, over to Green. Kembarov's got open space right in the middle, but misses the opportunity.
Nice elbow access in the zone there. Gotta finish that.
Drive to the basket, kicks out to Gaddah. It's Lester back out to Metcalf. And set it back up to McDonald. He takes the deep three.
That was a deep three.
He's not able to get the rebound. And what? You know, you have to commend the hustle from the Griffins.
Yeah, really good hustle. He came all the way back on that one. Didn't look like that there was going to be any reason the Knights weren't going to score there, but nice come from behind block.
Even with the foul.
Even with the foul.
Making Love do it the old-fashioned way.
Well, it's time for Love to, I think, get on the board here.
Gets the first one.
There you go.
23-4 with 11:05 remaining in the first half.
Love's been shooting from the free throw line well. Over 80%, 88% from the line so far this year. And he's scoring 11 points a game. So coming off the bench.
Inbound to McDonald. He's going to take it up for the Griffins. That pressure from the Knights continuing, but he draws up a foul from Kembarov.
That may be something that they can do, although the Knights seem to be helping on defense pretty well. But if Grossmont can, get past that first guy, maybe they can draw a foul or two. That doesn't seem like a winning way to do it, but
Lester has the ball, gets stopped at about the free throw line, back out to McDonald. Less than 10 on the shot clock. And there's a trap, and it's a steal, and here goes Cubitt with another slam dunk. This is a highlight reel so far for these City Knights.
Well, they're getting it started with lots of good defense. Everything is the points off of turnovers has got to be huge.
There's another attempt at a steal. The trap game here from the Knights is very strong. They keep finding the Griffins in weak positions. There's a jump shot, no good. Kembarov with the rebound, and the Knights the other way. Green out to Bradley for the three, and it is good.
Say it ain't true that's KJ Bradley's first points?
When you're getting dunks down low, you don't need them.
I guess so. Good point, Joe.
Yeah. You don't need the threes when you're dunking all game.
You don't need the threes. And Bradley's doing a great job on defense. 4 or 5 times, hand on the ball, generating a lot of those turnovers that we're seeing. 13 turnovers already on Grossmont. 3 versus 3 for the Knights.
There's Strecker coming in for the first time today. Cubitt getting positioning and taking it right to the basket.
Just too strong.
McDonald's bringing it up. Bradley on him. Makes a good move to the basket and gets the dunk. What a play. At only 6'2", 157, that dunk was incredible.
Crawford High School grad.
And there's Green going in, not able to get it, but then the ball is recollected by the Knights. Very close to an over and back.
Yeah. when you're standing on the line? What is that?
Strecker in the corner. Oh, tipped, but recovered by Bradley. Mid-range jumper is up, and it is good. What a pass. Wow. Tully with the lay-in and the tip from McDonald. That score from McDonald might have been the first points from Grossmont in almost 7-8 game minutes. It's Crawford doing work. Fadeaway is no good. Rebound by Cubitt. And he goes ahead and gets the job done.
Again, just taking advantage of that size to both rebound and to put it back up.
3 for McDonald, and he's been the one shining star on this team so far with that dunk, and I believe he had that beautiful pass as well that led to some points.
5 points now for McDonald.
It's out to Bradley from the corner 3, no good. McDonald with the rebound and loses the ball off of himself. Stratton's coming in for Cubitt, who has been a force underneath the basket so far.
Should be a good time for number 25 on the night, Strecker, to get some PT. Strecker from Manson, Washington.
Green. Down to Bradley in the corner. Stratton. Playing physical and getting the foul. Shoot 2.
Stratton shooting 75% from the free throw line. 7 points a game.
It's the first one. Looks like they're going to take Crawford out. Put in Callaway.
Our first look at Callaway.
There's McDonald bringing the ball up. Drives to the basket. And it's going to be a foul on the floor.
Well, what do we got? 26 points. That's quite a lead in 13 minutes.
Certainly is. McDonald with the ball. It's LaFleur from the elbow, or from the wing rather. Throws underneath, and it is almost stolen and then not, and recovered for the Griffins.
Nice pass by Gada.
Gada keeping his eyes open for Lester to get those points, but Bradley's going to push the pace. Drive right to the basket.
It goes right by Gada.
Right at him. That's 2 more points for the Knights, and this looks like a Griffin timeout.
Well, while we're sitting here, I want to send some big shouts out to the Lady Knights. The women's basketball team off to their best start in team history with a win over San Bernardino Valley a couple nights back. After they scored their highest score in team history, a 98-34 blowout over Compton, they fought off San Bernardino Valley 76-69 to earn their 6th consecutive win. The Lady Knights are off to their best start ever with a 7-3 record after 10 games and are 2 games shy of tying their longest winning streak ever.
Wow.
So
incredible. Go Lady Knights.
Go Lady Knights.
Here goes McDonald.
A couple of quick fouls there on Callaway.
That's 2 for him now.
Yep.
Williams with the inbound. 26-point lead for the Knights. Donald gets it back over to LaFleur. Driving to the basket, gets stopped up. Gada in the corner. Back out to McDonald. Making some moves, but loses the ball, gets poked out, but I think that was Green. Bradley driving down the court to Stratton, underneath, up and under. What a lay-in. Beautiful play from the Knights in total.
Stratton doing the up and under his defender.
That's right.
The little hoop-de-doop there. Stratton is making the most of his game time, 8 points.
Number 40, McDonald, shooting 2.
78% shooter.
Or shooting 1 and 1, misses the first one. And now it's Knights ball. Just gotten to the bonus for both teams. Oh, Callaway with another foul, and that foul was a bit of a. I'm not going to let you drive down. I'm not going to let you steal this one.
Yeah, are they going to? They're going to give him 2 on that one, I would imagine. Oh. Do they have in JC ball that you know, like a clear path foul? Or
I'm not too sure. That looked pretty intentional, but
yeah, intentional, and he would have had a bucket.
Absolutely,
sure would have looked like.
He was screaming down to the other end.
Yeah.
But he hits the first one.
5 points for Lester.
And Lester's second shot is good.
Good for Lester. That's good for his free throw average. 56 so far this year, so 2 for 2, always good.
Green bringing it up. McDonald playing very aggressive defense on him. Back out to Love. Gonna set everything back up. Green over to Moore. Love looking for more underneath. There goes Green up. And he's able to draw the foul and get the one. What a play. Green's going to shoot one, 78% from free throw.
So they got that one, it looks like, on McDonald. I wasn't quite sure he was the guy who did that, but. Well, McDonald sure was a spark plug for them coming in. 5 points, a couple fouls, makes his way to the bench.
And Green sinks, finishes the three-point play. Williams with the inbound to Diego Sanchez rather than Tony Sanchez. The Knights continuing to play that aggressive defense all the way up the court, but he finds LaFleur for the drive to the basket.
Great cut by LaFleur.
Green over to Moore, over to Love, back to Green. Crawford trying to get position, calling for it. Kimberov setting up, back to Green, drives to the basket, takes the mid-range and sinks it.
No one sliding over to help and get a hand in his face. That's a
Sanchez
money jumper there.
Sanchez is giving about 7 inches on Green there on that jump shot.
Yeah.
Over to LaFleur. Takes the three, and it's good. Beautiful shot. Green pushes it up the court. Down to Kemberov on Gada. He's trying to get some positioning underneath, and he shoots short. That's going to go back to the Griffins.
He got the space he wanted, but as they said, missed the 2-footer by 5 foot.
Kimberov is going to come out. Cubitt's going to come in.
That spells trouble for Grossmont when both those guys are in.
They've been able to hold the Knights away, maintaining a 26-point deficit for a little bit here. Good at the top. There's LaFleur. pushing to the basket. The ball is stripped and it bounces off of his foot, stripped by Love. Moore inbounds to Love, back to Moore, and he's going to bring the ball up. This will be a double screen there. Down underneath the cubit. You're going to call a foul on LaFleur on Cubit there.
Yes, yeah. LaFleur on Cubit. And he went over there.
And they're going to shoot the 1-and-1 as they are in the bonus.
Both teams now in the bonus, too.
Cubit shoots 62.5%, hits the first one. Extends the lead to 27. The second shot is in as well. Extends the lead to 28. Sanchez with the ball. Bringing it up, covered by Moore. Continued getting doubled in the backcourt. Heaves it up and over and cannot get it over. Cubit with another steal. There's Green, and he tries to force up, almost stolen. Moore gets it back, and an alley-oop to Crawford. Wow. What a...
The display
wow.
Is...
It's breathtaking and speech-taking, or speech, who knows, but it's... What a course of events there.
They're playing way high above the rim, and they seem to be getting those dunks in all kind of fashion, from breakaways to the lob right there in traffic. So that was quite a pass and a finish.
Now Sanchez was able to draw a three-point foul. Shoots 92% from free throw, but missed the first one. I want to say his shoulders were above the rim when he caught that ball.
Yeah, he was high. The pass was put right in the right spot. Knights doing what they do here against Grossmont again.
Going for another one, and he misses it. I'd say he got a little too fancy with that double clutch.
Well, at the next break, I'll tell you something here.
There's the three, and it is good. Shot from Williams.
Crawford and his teammate and Love were talking down there during that last foul shot, and and Crawford made motion like he was going to do a double clutch dunk.
Oh my goodness!
And so he did it and missed it, but comes back and gets one.
Yeah, he gets another dunk there.
There you go.
LaFleur kicks it back out, almost loses the ball, or Williams rather, and then LaFleur passes it back out to Edmond, back out to LaFleur. Takes the jumper off the front iron. Green with the rebound. Bringing it back the other way. Let's see if they go back to Crawford. He has it in the corner, down to Cubit. Cubit's double team there underneath, and it is stolen by Odell.
Good hustle there by Odell. And they got themselves down and back to the line again.
They've been able to draw a lot of fouls.
Yeah, they have.
Get a decent amount of attempts there.
10 fouls already on the Knights.
First shot is no good from Elijah Williams. He's 3 points on the day.
I guess with a game that's kind of fast-paced and wild, you can expect a few fouls, but you really wouldn't expect the Knights to be leading in fouls here.
Here goes Green. Or Love. Underneath the Crawford. He's making some moves, and he finds some space, and it is another dunk.
This is
If I yelled every time he dunked it, I wouldn't be able to talk for the rest of the game.
We'd have some microphones that'd be blown out.
Whew. I'm going to have to keep my slam jam screams to myself if this keeps up.
Yeah, quite a scene here. Quick rundown on the 54-26 Knights over the Griffins. The Knights are shooting 62% from the field, only 14% from three, as compared to the Griffins, shooting 50% field goals and 42% from the three. But just too many shots. 35 shots for the Knights versus 18 for Grossmont.
I think the stat we can look at right here is the steals, 13-2. That is
13-2, and then the points off of turnovers, 26 points to 3. Oh, the Knights are really taking advantage of the turnovers for Grossmont and providing us a dunk fest.
Absolutely. Might have to start rating these dunks at some point.
There we go.
Bellamy over to Williams. Crawford gets the poke, but it rolls out of bounds before he can gather up the ball. He is all over the court, and these Knights are just having fun now.
Yeah, it seems like it.
It's Bellamy with the inbound. Love on him.
Nice ball
Drives
handling.
in, left-handed layup, just rolls out. Crawford with the rebound, and he is going to push the pace. There's Love with the open three, no good. And then Crawford with the steal. Down to Cubitt, and there's another dunk.
Is there a name for that dunk when you bring it all the way back?
I'm not sure.
We've seen a few of them already.
Makes you think of Shaq. Shaquille O'Neal, the big slam. I'm getting nervous the backboard might break at some point here.
Well, we've only got 1 minute on that backboard, so.
Send it over to the other side.
Send it to the other side.
There's Williams driving in. Back out to Bellamy for the little jumper, no good. Crawford with the rebound, and Green's going to push the pace. Pull it back. 43 seconds left. Green with the crossover right to the basket, and the lay-in almost looking a little too easy there.
Yep. Grossmont.
Bellamy over to Williams.
Yeah, they still have to play some energetic defense to get something out of tonight, but it seems like a lot taken out here.
There's Green driving to the basket, fadeaway jumper, and that's in and out. Rebound Williams.
10 seconds left.
The floor gathers it, 4 seconds, 3 seconds, and it goes behind the backboard. 0.3 seconds left on the clock. And it is, must have been tipped. It is Grossmont ball.
Well, what are they going to do here with 1.4?
There's the inbound, immediately shot. Hits the side of the backboard, and it is no good. We're going to go to halftime. Halftime here on this beautiful Wednesday night. The Knights are winning 58-26.
Yeah, I think, Joe, you really did point out, one of the key things here was on the stats as we take a quick look at them. The turnovers, 19 turnovers for the Griffins compared to 5 for the Knights. The 19, a lot of hands on the balls by the Knights. Some very tenacious defense and that. So that, and then as I said, those points off of turnovers, 28-3 for San Diego. Pretty even on the fouls. Steals, 14 steals for the Knights compared to 2 steals for the Griffins. Rebounding, not too far off, 17-13 for the Knights. something you'd expect with a 58-26. Should we run through some of the individual stats, or?
Yeah, we can pick I might have to give it to Crawford for player of the first half, but there's a few players on the Knights that I think would be deserving of it.
Yeah, well, as we were talking about before too, we were talking about the Cubitt and Crawford and the total size disadvantage they have over Grossmont, and it's coming out in the points. Cubitt and Crawford both have 12 points. Cubitt shooting 4 for 4 from the free throw line, 4 for 5 from 4 for 5 from the field, and it's kind of hard to not miss.
Go ahead.
Kind of hard to not miss those dunks. Hey, we're getting
getting
Joe,
some interaction
we
here.
could go out there and shoot. It looks like. Let's continue here. Al Green has 11 points, Dexter Stratton 8, KJ Bradley 7, and Stratton's also got 2 for 2 from the line, shooting pretty well, that starting group, but distributing a little bit. Kevin Moore 4, Kiwi Love 2, as I said, KJ Bradley 7, and Dennis Camberoff also 2. Rebounding for the Knights, Crawford with 6, Cubitt with 4 as kind of our leaders. We take a quick look over at Grossmont. Tyrone Lester, number 10 out there on the court, has 6. LaFleur with 5, McDonald with 5. I liked McDonald's play out there. He really seemed to really try to take the ball to the hole and do what he could against the Knights defense. Elijah Williams, who I kind of expected a little more out of here in the game. He's got 4 points, only a couple shots from the field, 1 from 3. He's one of their leading scorers. Sanchez, Bellamy, and Tully all with 2, and then the rest of the lineup with no scoring there. The rebounding category, McDonald and Williams both up with 2, and then several of their players with 1.
Now, as we've seen an outmatched Griffins team. I'm not sure there's anything that they could do. There's not much they could do to turn it around in the second half, but I'm certainly going to try. Do you have any ideas of what they could possibly?
It's really hard when you're so overly matched. So you're so overly matched in height that the breaks on the offensive end get started. There's second chances, lots of second chances on the offensive side. So that's going to be really hard for them to do with only one player that's even 6'9", Gaddah. He's their one player, and then their next tallest is 6'5", Odell.
Malpass is
6'7". So I'm not sure. I mean, it seems like they tried to play a zone a bit there, and the Knights seem to handle that well. A couple passes like to Camberov or even Crawford at the elbow or at the free throw line extended, and then pushing it in. I just don't know what Grossmont can do to come back out. And maybe what they do need to do is just kind of refocus on what the goal is tonight. And are they going to, work on a few things? Like to see, if that does happen. Also, are they going to get some players in that maybe haven't gotten a lot of playing time? Although they really do seem to have distributed it. And I have a feeling it's because they're 2-7. So they're getting beat. And, quite a few of those defeats were large defeats. So they're getting the players that are deeper on the bench are getting a little bit of playing time in that way. So, maybe that's what the silver lining for Grossmont will be. Plus the fact that they'll get another shot at San Diego City in their gym later in the year too. So
yes, later in the season.
Yeah,
But as we said before, this interconference rivalry has not gone well for the Griffins for quite a few years.
Yeah, what were you saying?
The last time
2015?
I believe they've won is 2015. It'll be December 2015. We are at about 8 years, and they play twice a year. So it's quite a few losses in a row for the Griffins, going up against the Knights, who have been one of the top teams in the PCAC for the past, at least, since 2015, and winning it in 14, 16, 17, and 18, and being second in it last year at 14-2 in conference play.
Well, another thing we can look at while we have a little time here at halftime of the game, 58-26, Knights over the Grossmont Griffins, Grossmont College Griffins, in Pacific Coast Athletic Conference is the conference that both these teams are in. This is, as we've said, this is the first conference game for both of the teams. A few little standings here in the Pacific Coast Athletic Conference. KJ Bradley is number 3 in the conference in points per game with 17 points per game. Crawford is number 1 in the conference in field goal percentage with 64.8, and we had earlier said that he's like number 6 or 7 in California with that 64% field goal percentage. Love is number 2 in three-point percentage, and Crawford's number 8 in rebounding with 6 rebounds a game. Grossmont, as we're seeing here in the results, pushed down a little bit. Points per game, LaFleur and Tully, 19th in the PCAC. Tully's number 23 in field goal percentage at 40. Sanchez is number 6 in three-point percentage, and their player Lester is number 18. So it seems like it's just a different level of play from these two teams, and yeah, as we've said a few times already, the score is really showing that. In the what they call the 3C2A, that's all of California Community College Athletic Association. So there's the 3 C's and the 2 A's. The poll that came out on the 4th, next poll is going to be on the 18th. So what are we at here, the 13th? So we've got a few games this week before the next poll comes out. But there are 4 teams in California that remain unbeaten. West Valley, who the Knights lost to in their tournament here. Mount San Jacinto, Cerro Coso, and Cabrillo all remain unbeaten. City College climbed from number 7 to number 4 after beating Yuba, who was the previous number 4 at that Grossmont tournament where they took 3 games there. I think another thing that the Knights are really showing is that strength of non-conference schedule. They're coming in here. I was kind of amazed when I saw this. The Knights have won 4 straight games, 3 coming against ranked opponents. And then they played Fullerton, last week, and beat number 3 in the state, the defending state champions, Fullerton. So, and I have to say that was something that players that I talked to on Media Day at the beginning of the year were all looking toward that Fullerton game, because Fullerton knocked them out of the playoffs last year, denied them a shot at the Elite 8. The Knights a shot at the Elite 8 on Fullerton's way to the state championship. So that's, I think, a big thing. If we're kind of looking at the difference between the two teams. Also, the Knights have really scheduled, up. Some of it probably is luck, but I think a lot of these conferences and crossovers, the tournaments that they've been in, have featured, ranked teams. So they've had some really good opponents, and they've played really well. 7-2 or 9-2?
9-3.
9-3. So
yes.
Thank you. They've really played some really hard teams, and so that strength is really coming through too.
Well, for the for the Knights, you got to play the best to beat the best, and they've been playing the best, and they have been beating some of the best. It puts them at number 4 in the rankings, and as it comes to undefeated teams, are the only teams ahead of them, the undefeated teams. You said there were 3 undefeated teams?
Correct, yep. Yeah, so so I should pull up the rankings there for California. Let's just take a quick look at the at that December poll, that December 14th poll, or December 4th poll, I should say. West Valley, Mount San Jacinto, Fullerton is the only one that's in front of them. That they beat. Unbeaten teams there. So they've still got some work to do, and they won't see West Valley or Mount San Jacinto until hopefully
the playoffs.
So that's what should be something to be looking forward to.
And West Valley is one of the teams that they lost to.
Yeah,
one of the few.
So a rematch against West Valley would be a pretty sweet for the Knights to have. Let's see if there's any other news here in San Diego Knights news. I had mentioned earlier in our pregame, and we just talked a little bit about that Grossmont tournament. So it's the 3rd consecutive year that City College has won that Grossmont tournament, and the 6th time in the last 7 seasons.
Wow.
So they kind of own that tournament, and they beat number 4 in the state, Yuba, 71-69 in a barn burner there in the title game for that, with KJ Bradley, the outstanding player of the tournament, and Alex Crawford selected for the all-tournament team. Got that bump. That helped them get that bump up to number 4 in the CCMBCA. So that's another one. California Community College Men's Basketball Coaches Association.
Wow.
Yeah, I know.
It's a long one.
Was that wow that it's long, or wow that I had some idea
You had
what
it.
that was? What that
You had it.
was.
That's impressive.
Yeah, okay, well, yeah, you're easily impressed, Joe, it seems like. And then that big game against Fullerton up on the road to beat Fullerton, a big game for them, and I'm sure that they were very hyped for that one, 86-77. So it was a pretty good victory. KJ Bradley again leading San Diego with 21 points, 5 rebounds, 5 assists in that Fullerton win, and Kiwi Love finishing with 16 points and a 7 double-digit output of the season for a reserve. So, seeing Love back here doing it again today. But it's like we're winding down here, the halftime festivities, and coming back.
The teams are back out warming up, just under 2 minutes remaining in halftime. And once again, thank you for joining us here on SD City Times YouTube channel. If you want to know more about the Knights or more about San Diego City College sports or what's happening on campus, check out sdcitytimes.com.
Yeah, and you can look up the 2 other games that Joe and I have called, and we're going to be calling some more of the men's games this season, are out there on SD City Times. A little bit different from the YouTube channel for the Knights, which is the live stream, but it doesn't have us on it. So you may want to just kind of push back your watching of the Knights until we publish the call with the video. But you can get those out on the sdcitytimes.com site. Look under the sports area for that.
Yes, we usually try to get that out night of, if not the next day.
There you go. We'll probably have this one out tomorrow. But as the semester is ending and folks are going out on spring break here at City College, and looking forward to that. We'll be calling a few games during break also, including this Friday, and then something early in January.
I believe January 3rd.
Yeah, something early in
game
January
after that. But
before we get back into school again for the spring semester.
They do have a game at home on Friday at I believe it's 5 p.m. and it is against.
That's a good question, Joe. You'd think that we would know that.
Cuyamaca.
Yeah, so another conference game in the Pacific Coast Athletic Conference.
And that's the end of halftime. They're going to be coming out here on the court soon. We're going to get back to the action. 58-26. SD City Knights continue to lead over the Grossmont Griffins and seem to continue their domination of them over the past almost full decade.
That was a wild stat. 2015.
Yes, I kept looking back.
The Knights
back to the next year, back to the next year.
The Knights have been good for a long time.
And we're back to the action. There is, and McDonald tips the ball out, but it is off of McDonald. Inbound from
McDonald for Grossmont. Definitely got robbed on that one. Yes, he hit that, and it hit Bradley in the hand.
Oh, wow. Back over to Moore. Crawford to the top. Corner to Green. Open three. Nails it. That's going to put the Knights over 60 in the game. McDonald is back in. He played quite a bit in the first half and was very active on defense as well as offense. And he has the ball here underneath. It's going to tried to hit Gadon. Cut to the basket, but it bounced off Crawford, it looks like. Here's Williams with the inbound. Open three, hits the side, but it is rebounded by Williams. Then back out to Trey Edmond. Then to the corner for McDonald's going to take the three, and it's going to be an air ball. No good there. Knights ball.
McDonald trying to pick up where he left off there.
Green gets the ball. He's going to take it up court. Covered by Edmond. It's KJ. No look passed on to Crawford. Up over to Cubitt with the dunk. That was some beautiful offensive play. Wonderful passing.
With two big men working together like that, the Knights definitely have a weapon there. And
Williams out to Edmond.
Yeah.
Edmond getting trapped here. He's able to find Malpass with a layup, and it's swatted away by Cubitt. And then stolen away was that Malpass tipped the ball out of Bradley's hands. Then Williams driving to the basket with the right-handed lay-in and is able to get it back. There's Moore bringing it up. Gonna get over to Green on the wing. Takes the three, and Moore sinks it. The threes are starting to go down. That's 2 for 2 for the Knights in this second half. McDonald takes it all the way down, gets Gadon the open jumper, and he sinks it.
yeah, that's interesting. They have Gadon starting for Grossmont. Maybe that's one of their attempts to try to change things up against the bigger Knights team. Ooh.
Green down to Cubitt, and he is called for a charge from Malpass, is able to draw it up. Looks like they're going in with their second line this second half. They had I believe, a completely different line.
Oh, they're starting there. That makes sense.
So have McDonald over to Williams. Williams loses the ball. He's able to recover. He finds Edmond, who drives into the basket and gets over to Gadon, the jumper. Replay of what just happened, deja vu. He misses it, though, this time and gets the ball back. McDonald takes a deep three, and it is wide right in an air ball. Kevin Moore down to A.J. Bradley over to Crawford. Holy moly.
KJ Bradley falling out of bounds on the sidelines and a lob. Okay.
Oh, my goodness. Almost tipped away by Green. Malpass takes it. He took on Cubitt and Crawford at the same time there and is able to draw the foul. My goodness, I wish we had replays. We could go back to that play right there. If you couldn't see it, Bradley was falling out.
He was falling out of bounds.
He had a split second to make that throw, and he made a perfect one. Malpass rattles it in. Going to take Kevin Moore out and bring in Kiwi Love. And the second one is off the front iron. Love with the rebound.
Malpass's first free throws of the season.
I believe it's the first time we're seeing Samuel Bessie out there, number 30. There's Green, covered by Bessie right now. There goes. Finds Bradley across the court, drives in, back out to Green in the corner. Malpass goes for the block, and it looks like he might have tipped it.
I think you're right, Joe.
Williams taking it up. Screen from Malpass. Back over to Edmond. Edmond driving back and forth. Kicks it out. No good shot from Williams, and Love that gets the rebound. Bradley finds Crawford for the dunk, and Malpass.
I'm not sure exactly what happened there, but
Looks like it was a foul.
Maybe a
Malpass hurt his head or his neck or something like that.
Yeah.
Crawford's going to shoot two.
Well, Joe, maybe we do have a little bit of replay.
Ah, yes. We have the delayed
We have the delayed feed
here.
over there.
Oh,
It looks like maybe he took an elbow. Maybe he got an elbow to the head or something.
he was rubbing the back of his neck there.
Yeah.
Crawford to shoot two. Misses the first one.
Crawford's first free throws of the night, too.
Second free throw is no good as well.
Wow.
Score stays 68-31 with just over 16 minutes left in the game.
Crawford's a 67% free throw shooter.
Oh, and there goes Metcalf driving to the basket. Almost looked like he might have gotten away with a travel there, but he loses the ball anyways. And here's Bradley. Right over to Cubitt underneath the basket on Gada, gets doubled. Back out to Love, over to Bradley. He's got Green open, wonderful passing around the world and sinks it.
Yeah, that's a good sign also to see the sharing that's happening there on the play like that.
Another push in the press. But Edmond goes in, hits the layup, and draws the foul. Comes out of that press a winner this time. It has not been too successful. The press has been absolutely putting pressure on the Griffins this whole game.
Well, and again, I think maybe this second squad here got the word to just take it to them and see what they could do. Maybe it was an attempt to get some of the Knights into some early foul trouble. I mean, but we've seen several of the undersized guards try to go straight up with Cubitt and Crawford. And it seems to be working. 3 fouls already for the Knights.
Screen over to Love. More Stratton. Passing it around. Find Love for an open three. It's no good. Cubitt tries to get the rebound, but loses the handle. And Williams pushes it up the court, drives right up with it, and draws the foul on what looks to be Green. Wonderful team play from the Knights today, too. Everyone is eating. Everyone is scoring.
Seems like they're really trying to pass it around and get something that way.
Williams hits the first one. That's going to be a 7th point of the game.
Yeah, we were just talking about the sharing the ball. 16 assists tonight for the Knights versus 6 for Grossmont.
The second shot from Williams is good. 71% free throw shooter. 2 for 2 there. Love over to Green, finds Moore in the corner. Down to Stratton. See if he's going to go to work on Gadda. He is. He takes it inside, and he finds positioning and puts it in.
Nice move. Started that move with a fake to the corner. The fake out to his man in the corner, and then to the hole. Stratton, nice move.
Williams tries to catch the Knights sleeping, and he's unable to. Throws it out of bounds, and it's another turnover for the Griffins.
I was about to say that it seemed like people were taking care of the ball a little bit more, but...
There's Love getting the screen from Kemberov. There's Stratton underneath with the fadeaway jumper off the front iron. No good. And Gadda with the rebound and over to Williams to take it back up the court. There's a trap there as well. Bud gets it over to Metcalf, driving into the basket. Takes it all the way in. Gets past Stratton. Gets past Love. And is able to put it up.
Yeah. Coach Charlins can't be too happy with the Olay defense there.
Stratton underneath, finds Kemberov back out to Green. He's going to take the three, and he's going to bounce it off the back iron. There's Edmond pushing the ball back up the court, weaving between Knights players, kicks it out. It's up, and it is good. That's Samuel Bessie, who we have not seen much of.
He gets on the board. It's good to see some other players getting on the board.
He's going to be playing defense here on Love as well as on Moore. Kemberov over to Green, over to Love in the back corner. Lose the ball, gathers it, fades, takes the jumper, and it bounces all around the rim until it falls out. So Williams driving it up the court. And he gets it again. Did he kick that ball? Did someone kick that ball?
No, he hit the ball. The Knight player hit the ball and kind of flung up to get it to get up there by Williams.
But he was able to recover and get the basket and draw the foul.
Again.
And as you said before, 5 fouls on the Knights.
Yeah.
Only one on Grossmont.
And they all seem to be underneath too. It's so a concerted effort to get the ball to the hole.
There's Green over to Love. Takes the three. Rattles in and out. It's a rebound from Williams. Williams is going to push it back again and see if he can make the magic happen. Oh, wow. And Love draws the charge. You can't drive to the basket hard too many times in a row. Something's it's gonna come back and bite you at some point.
Someone's going to stand in your way. So I'm sure Coach likes that, as opposed to all the other fouls.
Is that Callaway coming back out after some foul trouble in the first half? He had 3 fouls. Bradley with the ball. Callaway on the wing. Back to Bradley. Kemberov drives in and Stratton on the point. Love was cutting, didn't see him. There goes Callaway from the open corner 3, and it is no good. The Knights seem to be having a concerted effort of getting 3-point shots off in this second half.
Yeah, that might have been another change.
What a cut and pass from, or cut from Odell, pass from Bessie. And Grossmont gets another 2-pointer. Callaway down to Stratton. Taking the mid-range jumper and is no good. Grossmont's going to push it back the other way. They're not giving up just yet.
Well, they got it under 30.
There's Williams. He finds a wide open cutting Edmond, who's able to put it up and score. And that was that just a timeout from Charlins there?
I'm not sure. Did Charlins? I mean, that would seem obvious, yes. Yeah, I was going to say, that would seem obvious. Can't be real happy, Coach Charlins, for the Knights with 5 fouls already in 9 minutes or so. But I guess they're, and another thing I'm noticing, Joe, too, is that with the bigs that are in there for the Knights, with Kambarov and Stratton, not as much, going up and over, not as many lobs. Looks more like a standard kind of zone defense. Although, it is kind of interesting, maybe the Knights are just trying to get some three-point practice, but seem to be launching a few of those out there. Getting good looks, passing the ball well.
Solid looks. They're not getting quite the same looks they were underneath the basket as they were in the first half.
Yeah, I was very specific. I was really saying those looks, the three looks out have been pretty good. And they've hit a few, but, they're definitely not getting the
under the basket.
The under the basket stuff. The under the basket or the over the basket.
They've been living above the basket all game. And Crawford is back in, so they might get a little bit back to that. Here's a press from Grossmont. They get it into Crawford there, who hits Love on the in stride, drives into the basket, goes right up with it, and he gets the ball in.
Thought he might have taken a little trip there through the lane, but
LaFleur taking up the ball. He's getting doubled. He's getting pressured. That's getting close to an over back. And he just straight up loses the ball out of bounds.
Could have swore he dribbled it on the line, but maybe on the line is still in the front court.
It was very close for sure. The Knights were looking for the over and back there, but it eventually just gets out of bounds anyways.
It almost looked like he tried to pass it to the ref there, too. Maybe the Griffins are looking for a sixth player out there.
Callaway. Stratton goes up with the lay-in. That was an interesting layup.
Yeah, that was a good move, almost like his underneath thing that he did in the first half, up and under. Seems to have some good body control when he gets on the way to the rim. And then
free throws.
The free throw. 75% free throw shooter.
Gets the second one. Is McDonald going to take this up? Looking for some pressure there, but passes out to LaFleur. Very aggressive defense from the Knights so far, especially coming out of that timeout. It's Callaway coming up, Stratton. McDonald with the ball. Looking for the screen from Odell. Takes the three. Wow.
Deep three.
And he tips the ball, and they get the steal. There's McDonald with it on Crawford. Over to LaFleur, who gets absolutely rejected by Alex Crawford. Not in my house, he says.
Crawford seemed to be a little late getting over there, but he had all the height he needed to take that one and smack it against the rim.
It was a 2-on-1, and they couldn't get it over him.
Not.
Is the inbound from Moore. And that's the type of defense that we've seen the Knights be able to effectively apply, even with the opportunities that the Griffins have gotten. You still can't get over their big men.
Yep.
Underneath the Stratton, trying to go up with it, but he gets shut down. About 4 players around him. And that's stolen by Green, and he's got Stratton open down court, and there's the dunk from Stratton. Gets his points back after getting stopped earlier. LaFleur taking it up court, goes up with the left hand, is able to sink it. And there goes KJ Bradley, bringing it up.
Back to a 25-point game.
Right over to Crawford. More pump fakes, thought about it. Over to Stratton. Bradley finds Crawford underneath, and he gets heavily fouled. I want to say that was a full.
Yeah.
He hooked his arm, but he still makes the basket. There's one thing that's true this game, Crawford and Cubitt as well have just been able to do whatever they want. down low.
Yeah, when either one of those players are in, they seem to just kind of do what they want, as you said, and give it to the other players. They're getting him the ball.
Crawford misses it. Unable to capitalize on the three-point play. Here's Odell driving right to the basket, going up against Crawford, and it's swatted away again. Moore collects the ball and drives it back up court. There's Green on the wing. Crawford at the point drives right in to Odell, makes contact, but puts it in.
Sweet move from that entry point at the free throw line.
Green with the tip. Crawford collects it over to Green. No.
I don't know where Crawford was going with that. I bet he wished the ball was in the other hands.
Might have been better just to keep the ball in his own hands.
Bingo.
Williams was the one that tipped it out, so it still stays with the Knights. Kembaroff takes the inbound. And he's going to take the three. They give it to him. No good.
I saw him hit a couple of those in warm-ups.
And they're going to continue to do this trap in the backcourt. Looks, finds Gada at three. Over to LaFleur. LaFleur driving to the basket. Kicks it out. No good from Metcalf. And the rebound to Crawford. Green's going to push the pace to Bradley.
Ooh.
Takes a hit right into the jaw from Metcalf there. Didn't phase him one bit though.
No,
Oh, look at that, man! That hit me. That might have knocked me out. That didn't look. That wasn't that light in my opinion.
No. There was some action there. Yeah, we can't have that happening, Joe.
No.
Can't have you getting hit like that.
Crawford inbounds it to Kembaroff. Over to Moore. Finds Bradley in the corner, drives in, gets stopped, throws it across court to Green. There's Moore with the three, and short. Kembaroff was going for the rebound, but it gets swatted out of his hand. I think that was from Williams.
Nice rebound there by Kembaroff. Getting some good minutes here. Knights have pushed it back up to 29.
We're down to exactly 8 minutes remaining. Kembaroff with the ball. Green open three, takes it. It's good.
Green likes that shot.
You know what I got to say? Now that I look down at it and see Green with 20 points, you know he's been scoring, but I think with all the dunks, I feel like he's been kind of lost in the shuffle. Crawford trying to get another one for himself, but knocks the ball out of bounds with that attempted steal.
Yeah, Green 8 for 13 from the field, 3 for 6 from three. 1 for 1 from the line, 20 points. Yep.
All those flashy dunks, and look at Green with 20 points. And I believe he had a dunk or two of his own as well.
Yes. I think he did too.
Takes the three. It is no good from LaFleur, but rebounded.
Kembaroff.
And blocked from Kembaroff. Van tried to put that up, got it blocked. Crawford collects, passes down to Bradley, and he sinks the three. With the dunks and the dominance down low, watching three-pointers start to sink for the Knights is not what the Griffins want to see.
No. Yeah, no, it doesn't turn out good. They were making a good run there, but I think Coach Charlins was also working, his kind of second front line there for a while, and that got the Griffins back in. But yeah, seeing some threes fall. Yeah, and the Knights got to like that aspect of it too, both inside and outside. If they can, really work on that, there's a lot that can be done. If you I don't think that the Knights are going to face, a small a team as this. They probably will, but there's going to be bigger teams.
Of course,
going to be some people that match up a little bit better with them, and being able to pop it back outside to someone who can sink the three.
Well, we even discussed it with West Valley. They actually had the size advantage over the Knights, so it's, you know, a different tier of player here that we're watching from Grossmont, coming in with a much smaller and a much smaller lineup in general. Coming out of this timeout, 7:15 left in the game. Knights by 35 right now.
Knights by 35. Top scorers for Grossmont: Elijah Williams with 11, McDonald with 8, LaFleur with 7, Lester with 6. Elijah Williams on Grossmont also having a good rebounding day, as he usually does, 7 rebounds.
And they're not going to stop with these traps.
Nope.
Williams heaves it up court, finds Tully open. He takes the three, is no good, and Kemberoff gets the rebound. Almost stolen away by Williams. Bradley underneath goes up with the underhand.
I believe
under.
I believe that hit the bottom of the
shot clock.
Shot clock.
I was going to say that shot right up. There's Tully with the ball.
You see
takes
them all.
the three, and it is good. So LaFleur takes the advantage of the this aggressive defense. Leaves the Knights a little bit with a scramble once they once it gets figured out. If Grossmont's able to pass out of it. LaFleur attempts for the steal, but Bradley still gets it. Kemberoff over to Moore, kicks it out to Bradley. Looking at the three, nope. Kemberoff looks at the three, back over to Bradley. One more shot, no good. And he gets his own rebound. Green, open with three, no good. Rebound from Cubitt, but he's unable to secure it. Kemberoff gets it, and now it's back out to Bradley, who throws it away. Van with the clean steal. That was a straight interception.
Good. Cubitt is so tall out there. I mean, it looked like he went over the guy's back, but I don't think he did when he got that last rebound.
The athleticism of these big men on the Knights, it is at least unmatched on the Grossmont side. It's Williams with the ball. Fade away, gets lost, loses it, trying to pass it away, and there goes Moore all the way down for the easy lay-in. That continues to extend the lead to 36.
That's, I think,
approaching 40 points here for the Knights.
I don't think my score, 9 points for Moore now. He's having a really good game also. Taking a look, let's take a quick look. Any other games, upcoming games in the Pacific Coast Athletic Conference? Tonight we've got
just this one.
This one, it looks like. Well, this view isn't very good here. Only showing me. Isn't that interesting? An interesting view there, Joe.
Or is this? I believe this is just. This might be just Grossmont.
This is. Thank you very much, Joe. It's good to have.
No worries. I've got your back here.
Good to have someone also here with me. Let's take a look. Today, the 13th. I know there's some other games going on.
13th of December. It's a wonderful night. If you want to, thank you for watching here on SD City Times YouTube. If you want to read anything more about the Knights or anything else going on in campus, go to sdcitytimes.com.
Yeah, some other games. San Diego Miramar College beat San Diego Mesa College 55-46. Palomar lost to Cuyamaca 71-81. And then Southwestern and Imperial Valley are also playing tonight.
Williams with the ball. Cuyamaca is going to be the Knights' opponent on Friday. So good win for them there. Stolen away by Moore, finds Bradley streaking down the court with a left-hand layup in. Another fast break point for these Knights. The Griffins are coming back the other way as they approach almost being up by 40 points. Tully over to Gada. Looking for someone. There's Williams with it. Driving to the basket on Cubitt. blocked from behind, but it looks like they're going to call a foul on him. Cubitt seems confused.
Yeah, Cubitt didn't seem too happy about that, but there you go.
Williams to shoot 2. Elijah Williams is a 71.1% free throw shooter. And he's local. And not just local, but very local. He went to Grossmont High School. So
there you go.
Grossmont High School, right to Grossmont College.
He's been their Iron Man this year, playing the most minutes of any of the Griffins, and coming off the bench to do that too.
It's 13 points for Williams, and Bradley's bringing it up. 4.5 minutes remaining in this game. Kimberov in the corner brings it out. Bradley down to Kemberov at the free throw line. In and out, no good. Griffin's ball. And Williams is going to drive in, kicks it over to Lester and draws the foul. So one thing they've been doing effectively is getting the Knights to jump, getting them to foul, and getting to the line.
Yeah, the Knights seem to kind of get a hold on that, the fouling, but then just recently a couple more.
Lester. No good on the first. He is 56% free throw shooter. Second one is good. Cubitt's going to come out. Moore is going to come out, as well as Bradley. Stratton comes in. Callaway comes in. It looks like there was a foul on the Knights.
Oh, yeah, foul on Love.
Bessie with the inbound to Lester. Williams with it. Trying to set something up here. 15 left on the shot clock. Williams gets trapped back over to Lester with the lay-in, and it's just in and out, and Kemerov with the rebound. Finds Callaway open in the corner, shoots it in and out, no good. Williams with the rebound. He's going to push it back up court, looking for something. Finds Bessie at 3. Doesn't take the shot. Looking for the travel, but he throws it away to Stratton anyways, and Stratton's going to bring it up. He finds Callaway, kicks it out to Kemberov, and Green up the point. Callaway takes the mid-range jumper, shoots it long. Stratton with the rebound and the putback.
15 points for Stratton tonight. Off the bench, too. Some really good bench scoring. Kind of expect that in a game that's been over for a while.
Going under 3 minutes now. The Knights approaching 100 points at 96. Drives to the basket. It is no good. Edmonds gets double teamed as he's going up for it. There goes Green to Stratton to Love to Stratton to Love. Takes the 3. No good. It looked like they were playing hot potato. No one wanted to take it.
Yeah, they were.
Now you take it. No, you take it. No, you take it. You know, you take it. There's Williams driving to the basket with a lay-in, and he gets it. Is that over Love there? And here goes Green. Bessie falls down, throws it all the way across court to Callaway. Back out to Love. Back to Kemberov to Love. Callaway takes the corner 3. Is no good. Loose ball recovered by the Griffins. And Lester finds the way to the basket with the right-handed layup. screen, throws it to Kemberov in the corner, who's going to take the open three, and it is in and out. Love with the rebound. Kemberov, is he going to take it again? No, he's going to drive in. Back out to Love, who draws a foul.
It's very interesting that Kemberov doesn't take. I haven't seen a lot of shots from that free throw line, elbow area, that mid-range shot.
He has been getting it there. Seems to be a spot they want him to get the ball.
Right. Got to do something. I guess maybe he's just there for dishing, but I don't think that's all that he should be doing there.
There's Edmond makes the first of the 1-and-1. It's a minute 34 remaining in this one. And he sinks the second one. Puts him at 98 points. Love going for the steal, just swats it out of bounds before Williams can get to it. And Lester's going to try to inbound it once again.
Knights still playing defense.
There's no stopping these guys. Lester inbounds to Bessie, throws it up to Malpass, who goes up with the layup. It's no good. It looks like they're going to get called with the over the back, which sends Malpass to the line to shoot another 1-and-1.
9 team fouls for the Knights versus 7 here in the second half for the Griffins.
Toby Malpass, the Australian freshman, shoots 83% from free throw.
Did I hear your Australian accent coming out there, Joe?
Oh, that's what I was looking for.
Yeah. Didn't know you had done much time there down under.
Gets the first end of the 1-and-1. I haven't. I just worked at Outback Steakhouse.
Close enough.
Yeah.
Close enough. I think that qualifies.
There you go. Actually, I never worked there.
Oh, but it's a good line, though.
It is a good line.
That's a good line, though.
Hits the second one. 83% is correct for his free throws. He's a good shooter. There's Stratton bringing it up, getting out of this trap that Grossmont's trying to put them in.
You see Grossmont working on something like that.
Kemberov over. There's the three, and it rattles in and out. Strecker with the attempt. It's no good. They're looking for Knights want to travel on that on Edmond. They don't call it. There's Bessie with the ball. Out to Malpass. Over to Edmond. He's going to drive into the basket, and he gets it in.
Good job not to foul there.
46 seconds left. Grossmont's going to keep the pressure on the Knights, but they're going to pull it back a little bit. There's Love to Kemberov. Knights slowing it down. There's Callaway cutting to the basket, and he goes for the dunk.
Oops. I don't think the announcer's supposed to yell like I just did, but
how could you not? He went for it. It was a beautiful cut to the basket. He draws the foul either way.
Good move by Callaway. Let's see if we can get him on the box score here.
He's going to shoot 2.
He's over 4 from the field, over 3 from 3.
First one is good.
There we go, Sean Callaway.
And Callaway sinks this next one. The Knights are going to have 100 on the night. Oh, it's no good. 24-23.
His teammates are going to be talking to him about that one.
There's Van with the ball out to Bessie. Down to Malpass. He loses the ball. Looks like Love is able to collect it.
Okay, Love.
Almost out of bounds, and it looks like they're just going to let the time expire instead of going for the 100.
Instead of trying to get it.
I guess they didn't feel the same way as Wilt Chamberlain. You know, when he scored the 100 points, at the end, when he got to the 100, he just stood there and said, 100 is perfect. I'm not gonna ruin that. And that record has stood the test of time.
Yes, it has. And So the Knights' magic number is 99?
I guess so. I guess. Kemperov said that's it, 99 for the night. Well, he didn't want it to be 101 either. I don't know. I'm just making it up.
Making it up.
But the Knights were not just making it up. They were dominating tonight, winning by 32 points, 99-67 in the opening conference game here at the West Harry Gym. And this is the first time we've been back in a month, and we're happy to be here. And we return with a nice big victory over a conference rival.
Yeah, really big victory. That first half really kind of set the stage for everything with just so many turnovers by Grossmont. Kind of hard to stay in the game. And when you're doing that against a team that's just way oversized for you, like the Knights were tonight. The Knights shot 53% from the field, took 22 more shots than Grossmont did tonight. 22% from three. I don't think the coach is going to be very happy with that. 6 of 27. 13 of 18. 72% from the free throw line. The Griffins evened up the rebounding pretty much, 34-35 in favor of the Knights. And the assists, 21 for San Diego, 11 for Grossmont. Blocks. Yeah, the Knights really did just lead in pretty much every category tonight, and it's fairly obvious when you've got a score 99-67. But good game, and then as we said, coming back Friday, the Knights will be back here against Cuyamaca, another Pacific Coast Athletic Conference opponent. So
who won this evening?
Looking forward to that.
They beat Palomar 81-71. And the tale of the tape of the night, I think we have to say, is the turnovers.
Turnovers, yeah, turnovers, and then the points over, then the points off turnovers, 37 for the Knights to 5.
And the turnovers is 29-11.
29-11, yeah.
Which is a very, very stark contrast to each other, which leads to a 32-point victory for the SD City Knights, and they improve to 10-3, while the Grossmont Griffins drop to 2-8. I'd like to thank you all for joining us here on SD City Times YouTube channel. My name is Joe Panek. This is Vince Outlaw, of course. And thank you for watching. Check out anything you want to know about the City Knights as well as SD City College in general at sdcitytimes.com. Thank you for joining us.